our favorite interpreters here, Julie Levitt from White River State Park, and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a few months, maybe. It's been a while since we've
Absolutely.
seen you.
We've had, a crazy
Yeah. Did
year.
the flooding?
The park, yeah.
Didn't you have to close part of the park and
Yeah,
stuff?
we were closed for 9 days, and then the trout dock was underwater up to the window.
Yeah.
So we got some damage. Then we had 2 weeks, the middle of July, we had a microburst storm that blew through. Somebody said all we needed was fire, and we'd had the basic 3 elements covered. And, which I was
fire,
like,
though.
stop!
Yeah, don't.
So it's been a really tough year. All the flooding was during school groups, so it's been a tough year. But the park's looking great. We've got still some cleanup to do. We expect the trout dock and the jetty and that whole area. It'll be the spring of 2012 before that's repaired. It was incredible the amount of damage that kind of water could do. I mean, it picked asphalt up and laid it on top of one another, so a lot of damage and
Powerful stuff.
But that's not
really.
going to slow down White River Days.
Well, actually, it is a little bit. A little bit, because the flooding, we typically on Labor Day have an annual canoe and kayak float, and I think we charge it some minimal, like $10. There's no point in really talking about it because of the water that the Corps is generating, we can't
do it.
Yeah, I mean the water, they're running almost all 8 generators, so we can't we can't put canoes and kayaks on that kind of fast water. So that got canceled.
Portion of it, yeah.
Yeah, that portion of it. But we've got a whole weekend of events, all to help celebrate life in the Ozarks and the White River. Everything from Dutch oven demonstrations to we're going to do a trout cooking. We actually call it, we've changed the name of it, we call it Dissect and Digest. One of our master naturalists is a veterinarian, and this is fascinating. She dissects the fish, and we look at the scales. We talk about, why it's so tough to catch a trout? It's because they can see like 360 degrees, so you can't, the bait, they can see you coming, they can see, the line as it hits the water. So she talks about their eyesight, just looking at the scales. We look at all this stuff under microscopes, and it's really fascinating. And then we eat them. So that's the best part. And we talk about different ways to cook the fish. And trout is such a porous fish. It's great to experiment with all the different seasonings and spices, and then we grill them and show you how to pull every bone out. So, because that's what I didn't like about trout was picking through all the bones, but you can actually kind of fillet the top after it's cooked, flip the one side over and just literally pick the head up, and it all comes out like a skeleton.
So you cook it first without...
It's got to be cooked first, and it can't have been frozen for it to do that. So it has to be fresh. But we've got all our programming for the whole weekend will be about life on the White River. There will be some Native American artifacts. That's why I was fascinated with Bo's presentation, because we've got some stuff that we've found in the park, some artifacts that people have donated that are absolutely priceless. We've got one thing, it's called a paint pot, and it's what they would use to put their dye in, and they're different from berries or whatever, and then either paint their buckskins or their face or whatever. But that's just one of the artifacts and it's been used so many times that it's like this deep into the stone, where and it from somebody just rubbing their finger like that to apply paint.
Yeah.
So a great event, and you don't have to be camping in the park to come to these programs. They're all listed on our website, which is www.arkansasstateparks.com. You click on Bull Shoals and then click on events and programs. So, you know, the general public can come to this as well as park visitors. But that's just, it's going to be a great weekend, and the last really big weekend kind of for our season.
Yeah.
And when is White River Days? When is that?
It's Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day,
Starts
okay. It's
Friday
coming up real soon. Okay.
and ends on Monday. So lots of programming, lots of things to do, from program about white-tailed deer to a night hike where we will look at the constellations and navigation that some of the early settlers or Native Americans might have used. And then the next 2 months, quite honestly, people would think that would be, you know, kind of the end of our year, Labor Day, but September and October are two of our busiest months because the fall colors come on.
You've got the Hillbilly Chili Cook-Off on September 10th.
September 10th is the
just a week away, really.
Really, it's the annual chili cook-off that's sponsored. We host it. It's in the day use of the park, but that's really sponsored by the Bull Shoals Lakeview Rotary.
And you just serve as the host site.
We're kind of the host site, and they do a great job. There will be entertainment, vendors, crafts, and of course the chili.
Arkansas's best chili, it says.
Right. And then later, the end of October, October 22nd, is our Dutch oven cook-off, which we moved. That's what you guys tasted last year. And it was June, and it was miserable.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
So we've moved that to October 22nd. That's more conducive to standing around
a hot fire,
some hot coals,
Good.
right?
I might be able to eat a little more. Next
Yeah,
time, a little
absolutely,
cooler.
absolutely.
Well, would you come back?
Absolutely.
In a few weeks and tell us some more about that. I hate to.
Yeah,
cut
no,
you off.
no.
We've
That's
got
great.
We've got time crunch here. We got.
That's
a couple more
absolutely
guests,
fine.
And I appreciate you coming by. And you're close, and we'll have you come back again and we'll
absolutely.
Talk a little bit more.
You guys.
Everything's available on the website too.
Yep.
So
it's on the
people can
website.
check and
It's
see.
www.arkansasstateparks.com.
Or they can do like me and just Google White River State Park.
State Park. That's right.
And check it out and use it because it's all there for you.
Right. And almost everything that happens in the park is free of charge.
charge.
I mean, or a very minimal fee.
And then it's only to cover the cost of whatever
fuel
or
or
things like
whatever
that.
we're doing. Guys, thank you for
Thanks,
having
Julie.
me.
Thank
You're
you.
great.
We'll have you come back. All right. Mark Keaton's up with the Baxter County Extension Service. We'll be talking with him right after this. Stay with us.